According to authorities, the fraudster Hushpuppi allegedly mastered a common internet fraud and flushed millions of dollars. His background reveals a lot of underlying cyber swagger and the types of stories that are shared online. But before we dig down deep, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to smash the notification bell to get updated whenever a new video is published. Without further ado, let's get to our story. For Raymond Abbas, the Instagram influencer dubbed Ray Hushpuppi at Hushpuppi Hush or the billionaire Gucci master, birthdays have always been a time to relax. Extravagance and reflection, but then luxury was Hushpuppi's trademark, a year-round affair, a way of life. He stayed in a penthouse suite in the Palazzo Versace Dubai for his birthday, the 11th of October 2019, the very day when he was 37, with such a luxurious private pool with a hot tub on the balcony. Abbas is smiling next to one of his Ferraris or customised Rolls Royces designed just for him, sipping champagne in the seat of a private plane or fleeing a luxury store with tons of parcels of rope-handled bags, hashtag Hermes, hashtag Fendi, hashtag Louis Vuitton. A classic Hushpuppi Instagram post in which he has over 2.5 million followers. His style has always been superb. He never wore the same clothing twice, and he wore hashtag Gucci most of the time. There's no other way to become a billionaire Gucci master. Everything started back in 2019. There have been issues regarding how much revenue Abbas has or how he got it. His Insta profile has converted him into such a superstar in Nigeria, in which he was born, amongst the biggest names in the pop culture. He'd post photos on Instagram with pop star Davido and Wizkid and soccer players from the Chelsea and Manchester City. Abbas disregarded the rumours as the jealousy of far too many enemies who were dissatisfied with their very own existence and wanted to ruin a self-made guy who had discarded them all. Who is Hushpuppi? The FBI acknowledges Raymond Abbas to become one of the world's most high-profile frauds after then being admitted guilty to laundering money. He awaits a jail time of up to 20 years in the United States. The 37-year-old Raymond Abbas started a career in Oworon-Shoki, a poverty-stricken coastal community northeast of Lagos, Nigeria's commercial city. According to a local driver, Abbas was somewhat young, worked side by side with his mum in the Olojojo marketplace, and his father was a cab driver. As he grew older, Abbas enjoyed splashing his fortune and was renowned for being generous, as he would buy beer for anyone in the vicinity. Everybody, however, were able to make sense of his extraordinary wealth. Cybercrime. However, speculations about Abbas's riches persisted. He became known as the Nigerian big boy, with the thriving economy of Nigerian buzz blog posts slang for something like a cyber scammer or Yahoo boy who would strike it huge and flaunt it. These people devised the scheme of obtaining identities and would then get into dating scams with the identity theft, explains Dr. Adendeji Oshinaja, a cybercrime specialist at Lagos State University. Romance scammers try to weasel funds from unsuspecting online lovers once the relationship is stable using a phony identity. Abbas, like so many other Yahoo boys, explained his illegal ambitions. Many of them left for Malaysia and Abbas joined them, eventually settling in Kuala Lumpur in 2014 and Dubai in 2017. North Korean hackers. His Instagram account and offences reached a new level at this point. In February 2019, he intended to wash 13 million euros, $15 million, plundered from the Maltese bank of Valletta by something like a gang of North Korean cybercriminals. According to Abdigail Mamo, CEO of the Maltese Chamber of Small and Medium Enterprises, the crime threw the vacation island towards disarray. Banking transactions went down, leaving shopping carts full of products unattended in checkout lines. Abigail Mamo went on to say that they had gotten calls from members claiming that they had sent payments to their international suppliers by using the Bank of Valletta's platform. However, the money had not been received by the supplier. Millions of euros were being discussed. The bank stated that it was able to retrieve 10 million euros. Damn. Abbas said in a messaging app to a fellow fraudster at the time, according to FBIC's conversations, "Next one is in a few weeks. We will let you know when it's ready," said the response, indicating that the next heist was plotted. It's a shame that police figured it out because it would have been a big payday. Ruined scam in premiership. Abbas has been charged with the duty of opening an account in Mexico in May 2019. It was set to receive £100 million from a Premier League football club and £200 million from a British company. The court records do not mention either of them. The frauds were supposed to be carried out by Business Email Compromise, BEC. BEC functions disturbingly efficiently in intercept transactions via bogus emails that usually arise out of the same domain as the suppliers. There will be one letter or digit that is different. The fraudster, acting like a supplier expecting payment, usually indicates inside the email that they have shifted banks and that the payout would need to be transferred to a particular account, which they'll be offering the credentials for. The account clerk is tricked into believing that it is a legitimate concern for the supplier and enormous amounts of money are squandered with one click of a mouse. However, the premiership hoax came to a halt after British banks declined to deposit funds further into the Mexican bank account. Abbas's henchmen exchanged messages with him. "Brother, I can't send from the UK to Mexico. They keep finding out," it says in their conversations. None of the Premier League clubs will reveal if they were intended targets. Fraud lead. According to John Shilland, the fraud lead at the United Kingdom's National Crime Agency, it was tough to trace down criminal organisations headquartered in numerous nations. Barney Almazar, a Dubai-based attorney, had become very aware of this truth. He represents approximately 25 persons in the United Arab Emirates, notably 8 UK citizens, claiming that they are victims of the BEC schemes of Hushpuppi. Almazar said that they couldn't stake 100% confidence that Hushpuppi is behind all of this. However, the account details the authorities have tracked all correspondence to the records discovered during the inspections on Hushpuppi's residence in Dubai. One UK complainant who requested anonymity claims Abbas stole £500,000 and was compelled to leave the UAE and is now facing prosecution in Dubai from the indebtedness he received due to the hoax. Almazar reveals that his clientele is aware that he was a victim. However, they must recoup their losses. Thus, he is still unsure whether he will return to the UAE. He has lived his entire life in the United Arab Emirates. His family has always been in the United Arab Emirates. He is concerned that he will be detained at customs right away. Several more of Hushpuppi's victims are afraid to come forward, according to Mr. Almazar. The deception was really cunning. Professionals have been harmed. Many are scared to acknowledge what has occurred. The School of Fraud. Up until his conviction in Dubai in June 2020, Abbas's last ultimate scam has been flat identity theft, which he took again from the Yahoo Boy romance frauds of his teens. He pretended to be a New York bank manager to enchant his targets, a Qatari person in business seeking a $15 million loan to establish a new school in the Gulf state. Abbas and the team of suspected middlemen in Kenya, Nigeria, and indeed the United States manipulated and scammed the victim into more than millions of dollars throughout December 2019 and February 2020. Several of the money were allegedly washed through the purchasing of a $230,000 wristwatch. However, the gang's flaws started to be noticed shortly afterwards. One of the participants threatened to release the entire scheme because he was dissatisfied with the amount he was receiving. Abbas seemed dead set on putting a stop to him. "I want him to take the worst thrashing of his life." He contacted his known Nigerian police officer, Abba Kyari. "I want to spend money to put this kid in jail and keep him there for a long time." Mr. Kyari was arrested and detained in a filthy Nigerian cell for 31 days, and he was accused of wrongdoings. Mr. Kyari is also now pursued in the United States on suspicion of fraud, laundering, and identity theft. He has repeatedly denied having illegal ties with Abbas and has never permitted any interview requests since then. After all, BEC crime is a severe problem throughout the world, as per the FBI. BEC fraud cost the economy $1.8 billion in 2020. According to legal papers, Abbas's offences cost victims over $24 million in total. However, many experts say the actual figure is significantly higher. Around 8 months prior to his arrest and subsequent transport to the United States to face prosecution, he changed his Instagram account from billionaire Gucci master to real estate developer. A cybercrime expert, Dr. Udadeji Oshinaga in Lagos State University, said that he had seen many parents forcing their children to learn how to become Yahoo boys. Despite a guilty plea to laundering money in April, Hushpuppi's social media profiles are still active and gaining followers. Other programs have reached out to Instagram to find out how and why his profile is still active. According to Instagram, the social media company launched an investigation over his profile, but opted not to delete it. Hushpuppi's profile was deactivated just days after the said interview. The same inquiry was asked to Snapchat. Hushpuppi's effect remains, according to Dr. Oshinaga, since he is still viewed as more than a role model, since they live in a nation where too many younger folks are all in crisis. They watch another person who was once like them achieve such greatness. And that's all for today, folks. What can you say about this story? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Before you leave, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell to get updated on our further content.